Hey, what's up guys? The Iron Hulk is back with yet another toy review. We have the June Planning Nightmare Before Christmas Series 1 figures. Now, to my knowledge, these were going for a pretty good price online. I'm not exactly sure why. I think they were imported. I'm not a real big follower of June Planning, so I don't really know. But I found these at Ross for $9. Okay, $9 is still a pretty steep price for a Ross action figure. But seeing that they're from June Planning, I've had to pick up at least two, and so I picked up Jack and the Mayor. You know, and as I said, I was surprised to find figures like this there, which just, you know, kind of tells you about the economy. But still, it's nice to get a rather inexpensive, nice figure, you know. So, quick look at the packaging on these guys. You know, very nightmare-esque looking. You know, they got the coffin-shaped box, and you know, just a description of the characters. You know, they just kind of tell you everything about them that we already know if you're a fan of Nightmare. One interesting thing, though, says right here, 15 articulations fully movable. You know, they kinda have a bit of a translation issue. You know, they're like, oh, change the another Jack head. You know, it's alright. This, you know, shows you that it's a Japanese figure. Something interesting, ages 14 and up. I'm not really sure about that. It's a Nightmare figure, you know. And just to prove that I got this at Ross, there's the price tag. Ross, baby. You know, the packaging it's really nice. You know, you got the Oogie Boogie and all the residents of Halloween Town. Jack and Sally. There's June Planning. It's a really nice box. It's rather plain, but it gets the job done. So let's open these guys up, and I'll show you what they look like. So here we have Jack and the Mayor unboxed, and I will say that the Mayor fares a lot more than Jack does. I think my decision would have been differently, or at least my opinion would have been differently about Jack if I haven't already owned a NECA Jack, and you know, my 18-inch Jack kind of puts a nice comparison there as well. But you know, it's not a bad looking Jack. It's a very nice sculpt, and the paint is very nice and spot on. This face doesn't look movie accurate. It's got, you know, much more anime type face, but this one is definitely a good head, you know. So it's not a bad Jack. He's just like the other ones, you know. It's really difficult to make a good Jack figure, just because of his proportions. You know, he's really skinny, and he's like a spider-like character. So you know, you got to consider the articulation and you know, the material that you're going to use on the plastic. And you know, he looks good. He's a good figure to display. But I'm not going to say that he is one of my favorite looking Jacks. You know, I'm actually very interested in the Play Arts Kingdom Hearts 2 line, or Kingdom Hearts line. They've made a Jack, and he looks really good. I might consider getting him. I'm not sure yet. So on to the mayor. This guy, I'm very impressed with what June Planning did. He's light on articulation, but one awesome thing he can do is turn his head and be like, the worried kind of depressed face, which is very awesome. The paint apps on both of these guys are really great. The sculpting on the mayor himself is fantastic. I love the sculpting on this guy. As I said, articulation is pretty light, but he definitely fares more just with the amount of accessories he comes with. He comes with this cool schematic thing for Halloween, and all his rolls of paper that he drops. I remember that scene. He drops, he's like, Jack, and he falls over. And then he comes with his womanly looking hands. These guys are light on accessories, but at least the mayor comes with some variety, which is, it's really cool. Their bases are really flimsy. I just, that got my attention. I'm just barely moving the mayor, and this piece just came off. Jack, if I shake it, he'll like start falling off. It's like really wobbly. But as I said, for $9 figures, these guys are really great. You can compare this to a Transformer figure that you pay like $13, $14 for, and these guys still fare a lot better. Jack's articulation, he has swivel ankles, bendable knees, bendable crotch area. Really, you can't rotate it. You can kind of wobble it a bit, but that's pretty much it. His waist, his ab articulation is actually pretty good for a Jack figure. He doesn't move that much, but for what he can do, I'm actually kind of impressed. Now, this compared to the NECA figure, this guy is he's not really that articulated, but he still is a fun figure, but he's missing the joints that the NECA figure did. This Jack he's got the same hands and bendable elbows and the ball jointed arms, but the NECA Jack had the cut part on the shoulder, on the the upper arms, so you can pose him, bend his arms, and then kind of rotate them at the same time. Same with his legs, you can do the same. This figure cannot. Is that a bad thing? Well, it'd be fun to kind of pose him more, but what are you gonna do? His heads, I really like this one. It's a standard looking Jack face, really nice. This one, let me close up here. This Jack head, he's got a tongue. Jack doesn't have a tongue. I really have no idea why they put a tongue on Jack Skellington. Like, really, like, maybe I'm wrong. Did Jack have a tongue? I don't think so. I think this is just some creative, how do you say it? Creative freedoms that that the company decided to add to the character. No. Ugly face, tongue, no good. Sorry, June Planning, you kind of messed up there. But overall, Jack is pretty cool. He's really tiny. He's tiny for a Jack figure. Okay. Like, let me compare him to Oogie Boogie that I have. So here's Jack with Oogie Boogie, and I actually like this size Jack to pose next to Oogie Boogie, because they're roughly at the equal size that they were in the movie. Size comparison, of course. you know, the NECA jack was, I think, up to Oogie's eyebrow area, so I think it was up to there. So, you know, they were really close to being the same height. Of course, Oogie's a bigger figure, but this really makes Oogie look a lot more, you know, menacing and monstrous, um, especially next to the mayor. See the mayor here. So you know, you know, these June Planning figures. I can see why they ended up at Ross. They're not the best, but they're really fun. They're really fun figures, and if you find them at Ross or Marshalls or TJ Maxx, all those places, I would consider picking them up for the, you know, this fun season. They're not that much money, and I'm pretty sure they'll go down even more as the season progresses. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching my review, and tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, either tomorrow or Thursday, the Berserker will be here. My Berserker review will be up the minute I will do a review the minute he gets here. I want you guys to see him. I'm super excited. Really off topic, but yeah. So alright guys, thanks for watching, and stick around for more videos, and AVP3, alright, adios.